Hi Gemini, welcome to Carol's Universe Tarot Readings from the heart. So let me just explain what's happening on the channel for October. So you guys, every sign's got 2 bonus readings each, okay? Your first bonus reading is your Celtic Cross Expanded Love Spread for October 2017. That's kind of for the whole of the month. And you've also got a how does he or she feel about me reading, which I'm going to do now for you guys, okay? So I'm using my is he or she, well, it's how does he or she feel about me, even though it's called something else on the box. I've got different decks for different purposes, and this is for that purpose. So we're using the Rider Waite for that, and then we're going to use clarifiers of the Rider Tarot deck, miniature deck, okay, for the clarifying cards, okay? And let's get started with your reading, Gemini, okay? So I'll show you how it goes. So Universe Spirit, show me. Show me the person that Gemini is interested in, whether this is a love partner, whether it's somebody that has seen around and somebody that has spoken to, or somebody that's been in and out of their life. Show me this person that they are interested in. Show me the person that Gemini is interested in. Show me in card number 1 here. Show me this person's attributes in card number 2 here. Show me this person's flaws in card number 3 here. Show me what this person thinks and feels for Gemini in card number 4 here. Show me what Gemini thinks and feels for this person in card number 5 here. Show me the strengths in this relationship between Gemini and this person in card number 6 here. Show me the weaknesses in this relationship between Gemini and this person in card number 7 here. Show me the potential for a healthy relationship between Gemini and this person in card number 8 here. Show me the overall analysis, final analysis of this relationship between Gemini and this person in card number 9 here. And show me the potential roadblocks. So the roadblocks to Gemini and this person having a healthy relationship in card number 10 here. Okay, so we shuffled the cards. What we're going to do, we're going to split the deck into 3, collect it back up, and what we're going to do, we're going to start laying the cards. So card number 1 is the person, what their attributes are, their flaws, what their inner thoughts and feelings are about you, what your inner thoughts and feelings are about them. What are the strengths in this relationship? What are the weaknesses? What is the potential for a healthy relationship? What's the overall analysis, outcome, and the potential roadblocks that could affect you guys having a healthy relationship? Let me just get a quick drink if you don't mind. Been talking all day. Right. Before we do anything, we need to see what the overall energies are. Alright, so I'm not sure whether this was reversed actually or whether this was in the upright. That's weird. That's difficult, okay. Knight of Swords is the overall energy. Could be a Gemini person, Gemini, Libra or Aquarius. Sometimes the overall energy with the Knight of Swords is about anger. It can be about passion, but often the Knight of Swords represents some form of an aggressive energy sometimes when you get this in relationships. Sometimes this can be a player type energy, somebody who's in pursuit of fun. They come and they go real quick with that Knight of Swords energy. This is somebody who's in pursuit of sex rather than love. So it might be, and Gemini, the funny thing is, you're showing twice. You're showing as the Knight of Swords Gemini energy, and the Lovers is Gemini. Alright, so this might be you. Maybe you're in pursuit of sex rather than fun. Alright, because you get the Lovers in reverse and it reflects somebody who doesn't want to love for the sake of love. They want sex, not love. So I think the overall energies, and you've got this 3 of Wands in the reverse as well. 3 of Wands in the reverse is often whereby there is a lack of something that doesn't bear reward. So I think that this is possibly saying As well, I mean, I don't know whether this is some third party shit going on here, but I think that there is, the other energies are a relationship that is more in pursuit of sex than love. So I think that it could be that this is either you, Gemini, that's doing this, or there's somebody around you that's doing this. Knight of Swords, there might be a player type energy in pursuit of sex rather than love. And I think that this is possibly an unrewarding relationship for some of you guys with that Three of Wands reverse. So we'll just lay out those energies there for you guys. Knight of Swords, this is either you or somebody else. I think somebody's in pursuit of sex rather than love with that. Love is in the reverse. And I think that this might be a very unrewarding and unfulfilling relationship for some of you guys with that Three of Wands reversed. Let's have a look at what this person is saying then. So who's this person around you guys? Right, they're the Eight of Swords in the reverse. This person's very clear. They don't feel held back at all. They can't do. Because the Eight of Swords in the reverse shows somebody who's released from a cage. This person is released from a cage. They're not held back. They don't feel a sense of... When you get the Eight of Swords, it means to be blinded. It means to... you do see clear kind of with the Eight of Swords, but even if you saw clear with the Eight of Swords, there would still be a problem going on there. So for example, I've been the Eight of Swords many a time in the upright, and I've seen a situation very, very clearly, but I've just not known how to really conquer it or get out of it. Here, you see the situation very clearly, and you know how to release yourself from it. Okay, there's a way to get out. Eight of Swords in the upright, Eight of Swords in the reverse suggest people that see situations very clearly, Gemini. The only difference is in the upright, you don't know how to get out of it. In the reverse, you know how to get out of it. So this person here, they know how to get themselves out of a sticky spot. They're very clear, and they've got an exit strategy here with this Eight of Swords in the reverse. Their attributes are the Chariot. So that's brilliant. They're determined. They are, they've got great confidence about them, this person has. When you're the Chariot person, no matter what, and it's funny because this person with the Chariot, you get the obstacles you see. So you get the two Sphinxes that are putting you here and here. So you're being pulled back and forth like this, Gemini. But this person is able to, they've got great self-control. So one of this person's attributes are to have great self-control as an individual. And that's why they're seen as they are the Eight of Swords in the reverse. Alright, they're not somebody who's going to stick in something if they don't want to stick in it. It's as simple as that. This is a very strong individual, you guys know. Very strong indeed. Probably one of the strongest characters so far I've seen. They've got great self-control, force of will, confidence. They know how to tackle difficult situations, with them showing as their attributes being the Charioteer. This Charioteer definitely knows how to control people, control situations. And they're not afraid to do it, to apply some force, which is what they do here. Very confident, very capable individual here with the Chariot energy. And they're showing us the Eight of Swords in the reverse. They're not going to be in anything they don't want to be in. They will just walk. They're not afraid. They're very clear on who they are. What is this person's flaws? Their arrogance, Six of Wands. This person comes across as quite arrogant. Maybe this is why. I think this is them. Might be a fellow Gemini individual, but you've got somebody who pursues sex, or they pursue relationships for the sake of pursuing relationships, but they're not really pursuing love. Love is in the reverse, is sex for the sake of sex. Alright? But it's unrewarding. So I think the energies are, this is more about being in pursuit of sexual relationships, or being in pursuit of relationships that don't have a connection, are unrewarding with this Three of Wands. They don't really bring rewards in at all with the Three of Wands energy, and that's the energies around this relationship at the moment. But this person here, they've got great self-control being their attributes. They're the Eight of Swords in the reverse. They know how to deal with difficult situations. They're very clear. They have clear exit strategies. Their flaws are that they're arrogant. They're possibly narcissistic as well with that Six of Wands. This is a very strong character I think I'm looking at here, being the person that some of you guys are interested in. How does this person think and feel about you, Gemini? Well, the Five of Wands. So if they think about you as the Five of Wands, they think of you as being someone who may be, because it's how they think of you. What do they think of you? And how do they feel about you? So they might feel very confused about you with this Five of Wands. They might think of you as being the Five of Wands. Somebody who is They might think that you've got a lot of blockages, or they might think that you're a very conflicting individual. They might also think that you are as strong as them, because the Five of Wands represents somebody who doesn't back down from a fight. So I think that they see you almost as a natural opponent to them, especially if they're so strong-willed here. And especially as the energies are. I mean, this could be you here. The energies could be that Gemini. It might be that you're, and the Knight of Wands, Swords, is rushing out of that Lovers in the reverse. So the direction of the card is showing that the Knight is not rushing into it. It's not pursuing it, it's rushing out. And I think that this is your energy, looking at these cards again, Gemini. That you actually, what you're doing is you're turning your back on a relationship that is not emotionally rewarding. Because this is the card that represents the lack of rewards coming to us when it's in the reverse. This is a relationship that is it doesn't have a soul or an emotional connection. And I think you are leaving a relationship that is not connected here, because it's not bringing rewards to you guys. This is you guys, this is you leaving. You're leaving it. This is Gemini. Gemini is a Knight of Swords card. So this is you leaving. You're leaving, Gemini, an emotionally unrewarding relationship with those two cards, okay? Even sexually unrewarding, probably. And the energies around the person that you're possibly looking to leave is this arrogant individual, I feel. They're very, very self-assured. They see you, I think that they think of you as very much an opponent. You don't tend to back down as much as they don't. And I think that their feelings are very frustrated with that Five of Wands concerning that. You think and see them as a Three of Cups, though. So you might see them as, if you think of somebody as a Three of Cups, it's interesting, because you can think of them as being a friend with the Three of Cups. You can think of them as being quite happy, quite joyous. You might see them as being the life and soul of the party, or somebody who likes to be around many people with the Three of Cups. It's a good card to get. How do you feel about this person? You feel really happy when you're around them. And yet you guys want to leave a soulless relationship because it's unrewarding. That's interesting. But you see them and think of them as a Three of Cups. You might think of them as a good time individual, perhaps, with that Three of Cups energy showing you. You might think of them as being a friend, or feel friendship towards them, a certain joy with them. But that's an interesting card that you guys would see this person in that way. Let's have a look at what the strengths are in this relationship, the Knight of Pentacles. So there is, as a strength, there is faithfulness. This is the thing. There is a certain faithfulness in this relationship. There might be something platonic within this relationship, because it might be that you see them, think of them and feel about them, the Three of Cups, which can easily be a platonic relationship. It's just a friendship card. So it might be that you feel and think of them as being a friend more than anything else. Because there is your strength, and this is one of the best cards to get for strength in a relationship, the Knight of Pentacles, because it shows reliability and consistency and loyalty. So the strengths are reliability, consistency and loyalty within this relationship. I just think it's something that doesn't suit you guys. I think it's something that doesn't suit you guys, and I think this person is very clear on that as well. Their attributes are they're very self-controlled. Because I think that them showing as the Eight of Swords in the reverse, they're very self-controlled. They're able to also take control over a situation. And this is showing as them being the Ace of Swords reversed. They won't hold back on anything that doesn't suit them. They're not afraid just to walk from something. They're not fearful. The only problem is their flaws with the Six of Wands. It might be that if they walk from something, they know they're so certain that they'll get something else because they've got lots of followers or lots of people who are interested. They're very much recognised. There's a sense of arrogance here with that Six of Wands showing as their flaw. And yet there's consistency being your strength. What's your weakness? Well, being together. Finding that stability and harmony and balance in a relationship. I think this is more a friendship for some of you guys rather than a relationship showing up here. What is the potential for a healthy relationship? Well, no, there's not. Six of Pentacles in the reverse is not potential for a healthy relationship. It shows one-sided relationships and it shows a lack of commitment in relationships. I think the consistency is in a friendship here because I think the weakness is actually sort of making things work on a relationship basis, a loving basis. A stable basis in terms of, you know, marriages, unions, engagements, moving in together, being sort of happy as a, you know, a boyfriend girlfriend or boyfriend boyfriend or girlfriend girlfriend type of thing, because the potential is the Six of Pentacles in the reverse, so this is not a potential for a healthy relationship. But yet the strength is there is consistency, so there is still, you know, this might be a Virgo individual, Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus, but there is consistency here. There is. It's just that the energies are, you guys aren't feeling it, because this is an unrewarding relationship. You're turning your back on what might be a sexual relationship, purely like a friends with benefits thing. And it might be that it's not bringing any rewards with that Three of Wands in the reverse, so any rewards on a romantic level. And that might be why, Gemini, some of you guys see this person as a friend. You think of them as the Three of Cups and you feel for them the Three of Cups. So there's not really any bad blood, I don't think, here. But this person thinks of you as the Five of Wands. They might think of you as being quite angry. The Five of Wands is anger, and they feel the Five of Wands for you. So Five of Wands can be great passion, but it can also be anger as well and frustration. Let's have a look at what the final analysis is. Well, the Page of Cups in the reverse. This is not love that's reciprocated, okay? It's not a relationship that has the potential to blossom or grow, I feel, with this Page of Cups being reversed as the final analysis. Okay, and what's the roadblock? Well, the Sun is your blockage to having a healthy relationship. And that's funny because the Sun is a positive card, which must mean that there's something that's blinding you. Because the Sun can be also about something that burns and blinds us. It's not all about positivity. Your blockage is maybe not looking at what is clearly in front of your face. So I think both of you are, because the energies, I think, are you, Gemini. And the energies of this person says that they're not willing to stick with anything that's not right for them. They've got great self-control and they're able to control anything that's not right for them. They're very confident and they use sheer force of will to get through situations. There's a bit of arrogance being their flaws, but maybe this is something that helps them move along. The Sun is the reason why you guys can't move. It's the blockage to you guys having them. So this could be arrogance as well with the Sun card. Especially if the person is a fire sign or something like that, maybe a Leo. Maybe this person doesn't want to settle down. Maybe they don't want children, being the Sun is the Sun can represent a child or children. But also the Sun card can represent ego as well. So maybe there's something like the egos, especially if this person's quite arrogant as a flaw, that is the problem to you guys actually being together. That blocks a healthy relationship. It might simply be something to do with the ego. Because it's funny, there is consistency. There is consistency in this relationship, but the weakness is you guys being together in something stable. And the overall health of the relationship, the potential for a healthy relationship is a nil point. The Six of Pentacles in the reverse. It's a non-committal relationship, it's a one-sided one. Either one. But I don't think it's one-sided, I think it's non-committal, because both of you don't want it. In the energies, I think this is you, Gemini, and around this person, I think it's them. And I think also you're very strong of mind, Gemini, because you see this, you think of this person as the Three of Cups, and you feel the Three of Cups for them. So it's a friendship that you feel for this individual with this Three of Cups. There's no bad blood on your part, but yet their part is saying something I feel different. We'll get some clarifiers on the go, okay? We're not going to use these cards. We're going to use the smaller cards. So, Universe Spirit, show me, why is this person the Eight of Swords reversed? Why is this person that Gemini likes the Eight of Swords reversed in two cards? Show me. Well, the Three of Swords. Yeah, I mean, I think that there's something over here. I think that right now this person is showing us the Eight of Swords because they're releasing something here. They're not allowing anything to limit them. They're quite clear on what they need to do, because I think that there is severance maybe with this Three of Swords, Gemini. That is, the World card means an ending of a cycle. So I think that something has had its closure. I think that this kind of head and heart decisions maybe as well. Three of Swords I think is a Libra card actually. I don't think it's Gemini, I think it's Libra. But it's a Libra card, I think, the Three of Swords is. And being a Libra, it's all about making head and heart decisions, bringing harmony and balance back into a situation. So I think that maybe difficulties in this relationship has run their course with that World card, and that's why this person is showing us the Eight of Swords in the reverse. They're not showing us putting up with anything that doesn't seem to have any potential to go further. There's almost like there is evidence here to say for this person that whatever it is that's going on with you and them, it's not going to go any further because they know that it's not the right thing to do. Why is this person's attributes the Chariot? Why is this person's attributes the Chariot in 2 cards, show me? Well, you've got the 3 of Cups here and the 7 of Wands, okay. Right, so I think that there is an agreement that this person will not take. This person's got great control, very, very much great self-control, because the 3 of Cups is all about agreements and the 7 of Wands is about saying no to them. It's a rejection of that. So also it could be that this person with the 3 of Cups, we read the keywords, they might be happy to stand on their own merits with this 7 of Wands. 7 of Wands is about standing on your own merits. It's not about having to be affiliated to anyone or anything. It doesn't mean that because all your friends are in a relationship, you've got to be in a relationship with this card. So they might be happy with this 3 of Cups to stand on their own terms, on their own merits. And that might be what their attribute is with the Chariot card. They don't feel the need to be a part of anyone or anything. They're very much a maverick, which is what the Charioteer is. This is somebody who can go through life not having to worry about having to be a part of a relationship because they know they've got it going on themselves. This person's in a league of their own and they're very, very strong-minded as an individual. Why is this person's flaws showing us the 6 of Wands? Why is this person's flaws showing us the 6 of Wands? Show me in 2 cards. Because of the 10 of Cups. Alright, so their flaws are the 6 of Wands because of the 10 of Cups. They know that they can find love very easily. The 10 of Cups is about emotional fulfillment and the 8 of Cups is about new love. Alright, there's happiness in new relationships because this is the card about emotional contentment in new love. Alright, with this 10 of Cups and the 8 of Cups. Okay, but this is a flaw that they've got, the 6 of Wands. They're very arrogant as an individual. I think because they know with these 2 cards they can find new love just like that. They're not worried. This person's not worried about anything here. They're really not worried about that. They're not. This is why they're the 8 of Swords reversed. They don't hold on to anything that's not serving them. In this relationship, this 3 of Swords relationship has passed its sell-by date with the world energy. You know, it's ended. The cycle is closed. It's closed. It's a closed chapter for them. Here, their attributes are showing us somebody who is very much, very, very strong, very confident, very assertive with that Charioteer card. Because they're happy to stand in their own power. They don't need to affiliate themselves to others. Also, it could be this Charioteer being their attributes. It might be a physical attribute. Very attractive Charioteers are usually athletic type of male or females. Might be because 3 of Cups is plenty of girls, plenty of guys here. Maybe they're fighting them off with a stick. Sometimes it can be that type of thing. And it is showing arrogance here. This person finds it very easy to find other partners, I think. I think that other people are very, very attracted to them. The 5 of Wands is how they think and feel about you. Why is it that this person feels and thinks about the Gemini as the 5 of Wands? In 2 cards, show me. 2 of Wands here. Okay. Well, the 2 of Wands is about being at a crossroads, but it's also about a partnership here. And the Ace of Wands. Ace of Wands is all about new passion, new relationship. It's all wand energy that they see you as. They see you as the 5 of Wands because of the 2 of Wands and the Ace of Wands. The Ace of Wands is all about new relationships and passion. And the 2 of Wands is about the confidence to take that, the confidence to move. This is about partnership, yeah. 2 of Wands can be read as a relationship where sometimes it's a decision, do you stay or do you go in maybe in a new relationship. So they might see you or think of you or feel that they might think that you're very confused because it might be that you've got a decision to make with that 2 of Wands in terms of whether you want to. It could be maybe you've got a decision to make on whether you want a sexual relationship with them or not. Ace of Wands is sexual. Alright, so it might be that because you've got a decision, you're at a little bit of a crossroads in terms of the Ace of Wands. the passion in the relationship, but it could also mean, because the Two of Wands means that you can go down two directions, you can go down two ways, you can go left or you can go right. It might be that you've got two roads that you can go down within this relationship, or it might be you've got a decision to make over, you know, this relationship. How attracted are you? Is it going to be sex, or is it going to be the whole caboodle? I think that this person here sees you as confused. They think that you might be quite confused with this Five of Wands, because there is a crossroads in terms of your relationship, but also it might be that you've got a decision to make in terms of what type of relationship this is. You see them as the Three of Cups and feel that for them the Three of Cups. And also they might feel quite frustrated as well. Why is it that Gemini sees this person as the Three of Cups? Why is it that Gemini sees this person, thinks of this person as the Three of Cups and feels the Three of Cups for them? Show me in two cards. Right, so we've got the Empress reversed. And the Six of Wands reversed. So I think that you think of them as the Three of Cups. I think that you think of them as a friend, and you feel friendship for them, because you represent that this, you understand that this relationship doesn't have the potential to blossom with the Empress. It's a failure. Both cards represent failure. It could also be that lack of attraction, because the Empress in the upright represents sexual attraction, spiritual attraction, emotional attraction, but in the reverse it represents the inability to be attracted to another individual. You know, it's almost like platonic love with the Empress energy. It represents something that has failed or died or withered, has brought lack of recognition as well. So maybe you're recognising that there is a lack of something going on here. The inability to make this relationship bloom and grow in a healthy way has brought a lack of success with that Six of Wands energy, and that might be why you guys feel. And it might be that you feel that this person, you think of this person as a friend with the Three of Cups, and you feel that they are a friend here. Because I think that you both kind of recognise that maybe growing this relationship, working on it, nurturing the relationship, isn't going to bring any success with that Six of Wands energy. Okay, and it might be because this person thinks of you as being the Five of Wands, possibly quite confused. Well, why are you confused? There might be two paths you can go down in terms of this relationship with the Ace of Wands energy. I don't think there's anybody else involved, so I'm not seeing kind of, because Two of Wands can sometimes mean you've got a decision between two people, but I don't think it's that. I think you have a decision on what type of relationship this is going to be. Why is it that the strengths in this relationship are the Knight of Pentacles? Why are the strengths in this relationship the Knight of Pentacles? Showing two cards. Right, because the Five of Wands in the reverse shows up here. Okay. Well, I think that you guys really have kind of given up on the fight. I think that there is consistency here and reliability. And I think that's why you see this person as a friend as well. I think there is consistency and reliability here, because the Five of Wands in the reverse means that you give up the fight. Alright? This is the fight, the Five of Swords, but you give up on that. There's no need to, you know, it's not in the reverse where you give up and reconcile. You just give up the fight on something. I think there is an admittance here that maybe the strength is with the Knight of Pentacles. It could be that this is, yeah, again, Knight of Pentacles can be platonic relationships because it's a business card, but it can also be that there is, you know, a responsibility, and there is a consistency, and there is a faithfulness, and there is a loyalty. So the strength is that you guys are quite loyal in this friendship or in this relationship, because I think that you just give up the fight. So it's almost like you admit to what the relationship is. So when you admit to the relationship just being a friendship, you don't need to push anything too much. You've still got that consistency, you've still got that loyalty within the relationship, Gemini, but you don't have to push it in a direction that you don't want it to go in, which is the sexual direction. I think this person thinks that you're confused. It might be that they propose, because the Two of Pentacles means to also propose. Maybe they proposed a sexual relationship to you, friends with benefits, because the Two of Wands can be somebody who's got two paths. So it might be that this person wants multiple partners, for example. Maybe this person wanted to propose a sexual relationship between you and somebody else, multiple partners, because this is somebody who's standing between two paths, and this is a sexual relationship with the Ace of Wands. And that's why they think that you're very confused and possibly quite angry as well. But I think that you see that you think of them as a friend. Three of Cups, and I think you feel friendship towards them, because I think that you understand that there is no potential for this relationship to bloom. Okay, I think that you understand that the failure in this relationship with that Empress has brought a lack of kind of recognition and excitement and success with that Six of Cups seals of reversed. And I think that there is still friendship for some of you guys with this Knight of Pentacles, Gemini. There's still loyalty, because I think that there is that level of understanding with the Five of Wands in the reverse. Five of Wands says that you just surrender in the reverse and you let go because there's no point in fighting. And I think there is no point in fighting, so there is almost the letting go off a fight with that Five of Swords energy, not willing to engage in it anymore, because there is an understanding that this is not a relationship, this is more a friendship for some of you guys. Why is the weakness in this relationship the Four of Wands in 2 cards, show me? Because the Queen of Cups. So this is about hurt feelings, and this is about... so I think the weakness is maintaining this stability. One of you is very hurt with that Queen of Cups energy, yeah, and Two of Swords. I think that you're trying to suppress something here. The Two of Swords means to suppress and block out. What you're blocking out is the Queen of Swords. So hidden emotions here with the Queen of Cups are being hidden, are being blocked out with the Two of Swords. And that's why the weakness is really building something in this relationship based on friendship, I feel. Because one of you, and I don't know who it is, I think it's you, Gemini, because this person already knows what it wants here. He or she already knows what he or she wants. And they see you as being angry, because I think they've proposed possible multiple partners sort of thing. Two of Wands can be multiple partners. You're, you know, crossroads, two people, two decisions. Ace of Wands is about sex, you know, quick sex, one night stand sex. So I think it's almost like they're proposing friends with benefit shit going on here. And I think that their inner thoughts about you and their feelings are that you're confused. And it might be their feelings for you with the Five of Wands, that they're angry at the same time, or they're feeling a little bit of a blockage or worry here. So they might be have feelings of worry because they think that you're angry and confused. Maybe they've proposed this to you, but you see them as friendship. Your inner thoughts are Three of Cups. Friendship. Your feelings for them are friendship as well. Because the Empress, this is a relationship that cannot grow. This is a failed relationship that has led to a lack of victory, lack of success with the Six of Wands. But the problem is that even though the strengths are loyalty, because there is the need to kind of just put down arms here and just accept that you don't win every fight, the weakness is maintaining that stability with the Four of Wands. Because one of you, and I think it's you, Gemini, secretly the Queen of Cups in the reverse shows somebody who's harbouring a lot of anger and a lot of upset and a lot of depression. And this is being hidden and blocked out with that Two of Swords. So I think it might be you, Gemini, that's hiding this. Only because I feel that this person is kind of cool. They're kind of cool. They don't, you know, they know what they don't want. And also the energies are you guys moving out of a less than fulfilling relationship that's not bringing you rewards. So because I think this person knows what they want, and they know that, you know, there's an arrogance with them. They're quite cool to do this. And I almost feel that just looking at this area here, you guys have kind of gone along with it and said, yeah, fine, no problem. I see us as friends and, you know, it's all good. But really underneath, you're seething about it, but you're concealing it. And that's where the weakness is. The weakness is the Four of Wands, maintaining stability in the friendship, because underneath there are some simmering away emotions that aren't very nice. And I think it might be you, Gemini. You've got the Six of Pentacles in the reverse as the potential. Why is the Six of Pentacles in the reverse the potential for a healthy relationship with Gemini and this individual? Right, because the Devil and Strength. Well, the potential for a healthy relationship is nil, because you've got the Six of Pentacles, and Six of Pentacles now I would read as one-sided, only because underneath all of this you guys are harbouring some deep, dark emotions that you're not sharing and you're not really talking about. You're pretending everything's fine, I feel, for some of you Geminis with this individual. I think it's on their terms they want this relationship. They might have proposed something to you here. You were annoyed about it, but you've seen them in terms of a friendly light. You're hiding stuff here, I think, with these energies here. And the potential for a relationship is no, because it's showing as the Six of Pentacles. This is a non-committed relationship and it would be one-sided. And that's because of the Devil. It might be that this person with the Devil energy, they've got some form of addictions or temptations that give them strength. It might be that they're tempted. When you get the Devil card, it might be that there are... This isn't abuse here now. This is more about this person has a pattern of behaviour. They're very sexually driven, I feel, with this Devil card, to lust. The Strength card is about lust. And this is about being tempted by their passions, because the Strength card is all about passion, and so is the Devil. So this person is driven by their passions, which is why there isn't the potential for a healthy relationship. Because you want, really underneath the surface, Gemini, some of you guys, you want love. You want this person to love you, and you've hidden it really, really well. You've hidden it so well in this reading, so well. It's only when we look at the weakness spot that we can see that you haven't hidden it. We can see that you guys are suppressing the real thing going on here. Queen of Cups in the reverse means somebody who is harbouring emotions. They're holding on to them very, very tightly. They feel angry inside. They feel depressed. They feel victimised. They feel like they haven't had a fair run of something. This is not somebody who can see. You see, the thing is, if you were truly this, you'd be this in the upright. And you wouldn't be in the weakness position either. You'd be here. With her sitting upright. Because this is where she's most empathic, sympathetic and understanding and compassionate. So she understands, she gets it. But in the reverse, she's pissed off. I mean, really pissed off. Inside, she's boiling away. And you're hiding it with that Two of Swords. Hiding it very well. You're suppressing it. And that's why being in rearing a very stable relationship based on friendship for some of you guys is going to be difficult. This is showing in the weakness position because of these hidden energies that I believe you Geminis are holding, not this other person, because they're quite clear here on what they want. And therefore, the potential for a healthy relationship with that Six of Pentacles reverse is no. Because it's either that this is going to be an uncommitted relationship on that person's part, or it's one-sided where you're feeling more than the other person. Because this person, to me, the Devil means a slave, and the Strength card for me means lust and passion. So this person is a slave to their passions, which is why they show up as very, very strong in what they do and how they think. The Page of Cups is the overall analysis. I think that your love will not be recepted, or, you know, this is not received very well. Page of Cups in the reverse for me. When it's in the upright, this is about new romance and new love. And somebody who's receptive to those energies. But in the reverse, this is not so much. Why is the Page of Cups the overall analysis of this relationship between Gemini and this individual? Why is the Page of Cups the overall analysis in two cards? Because of the Eight of Cups in the reverse. And the Four. See, both cards represent somebody who's holding on. Page of Cups in the reverse is a difficult card to read. Just bear with me one moment. I just want to get my reversal book on that Page of Cups. I just want to, if you don't mind, I'm sorry about this. I just need to have a look at this page. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Sorry, I just needed to get a quick spy on that one. Apologies for that, Gemini. It was bugging me. Because I knew that this was about love that is not reciprocal. It's non-reciprocal. The Page of Cups is a card that represents that what you're doing is you're looking for love in various places, but they're not the right places. It's almost like you're under a complete and utter illusion. It's bad enough in the upright sometimes because it represents a dreamlike fantasy. This is complete and utter disillusion, I think, with you guys. The overall analysis is an illusion of love with that Page of Cups in the reverse. It's not reciprocated. The other person is not receptive to it, as I've said, and that's because the Ace of Cups in the reverse. You're not truly seeing the light here. You're stuck in kind of limbo, Gemini, here, because you're holding on to something here with the Four of Pentacles. You're truly holding on to something that's not real. And it shows here. Now we start to see the true colours coming out here and here for some of you guys. The block is the Sun, and I think that this really does tally up with this and this. Why is there the block to a healthy relationship, the Sun, for Gemini? Why is the block to a healthy relationship, the Sun, for Gemini? Show me. King of Swords in the reverse. The Seven of Cups in the reverse. That's interesting. Two contra energies. King of Swords in the reverse represents you don't see clearly. And the Seven of Cups in the reverse indicates that you're starting to see clearly. I think that this is the lies or the deceptions, or the this King of Swords represents, as I've said, lies, deception, but this person's not deceiving you. They've told you. They're being honest. So there's no deception here with this person here. They're being honest on what they want. But Gemini, we could read this as you, the King of Swords reversed. I think it's your illusions with this King of Swords reversed that you're starting to see very clearly. And that's where the blockage is, the Sun. The blockage to a healthy relationship with this card is the Sun. And that is what you are seeing quite clearly now, because your illusions are coming to light with that Seven of Cups. So in other words, there's no way for you guys, I feel, for some of you to have a healthy relationship, because things are becoming too apparent here. Far too apparent in what's going on. Let's get the reading again. So this is how he or she feels about you. Reading, okay, for love. It's quite extensive, as you've seen. You guys, so the energies around you are, you're leaving. Knight of Swords, look at the direction. The Knight of Swords is rushing out of that Lovers in the reverse. So to me, this is you guys leaving. I think this is an unfulfilling or maybe a sexually driven relationship that doesn't bring in any particular rewards with that Three of Wands in the reverse. And that's just me reading the key words. The person that you guys are into is somebody who's not going to waste time. He or she is Eight of Swords in the reverse. So this is somebody who's very clear thinking. Remember, Eight of Swords in the upright or in the reverse, you see clearly anyway. It's just that, what do you do about the situation that you're seeing clearly on? Well, the Eight of Swords in the reverse says that you leave it. Eight of Swords in the upright says you still stay stuck because you don't know how to manoeuvre yourself out of the situation. This person here knows how to get out of a sticky spot, and that's because Three of Swords, difficulties, disharmony, third-party situations, whatever it is, it must all end. It comes to, there's closure on this. This person's not willing to wait around for something that they feel is bullshit or it's not going to work. Their attributes are, they are very focused with that Chariot energy. There's two things I'm thinking about this. That they are very focused, they're very confident, they're very competent, and they're very controlled. They know how to control difficult situations, but they're also very self-controlled. And I think if they know how to control a difficult situation, it's because they're happy to stand alone. They're not, I think especially if it's coming to you, if this is somebody who doesn't want a relationship, and it might be just a friend with benefits or just a friendship, whatever it is, they're happy to kind of be the maverick and just to stand, you know, on their own merits. They don't need to be in a relationship. I think if their attributes are physical beauty with this Chariot energy, it's because they've got a lot of people that are interested in them. Three of Cups shows lots of people interested, or lots of girls, guys, and the Seven of Wands means you're batting them off often with a stick. So, you know, it might be their attributes are they're really beautiful as well, and they've got lots of it, and that might be why their flaws are that they're arrogance. Six of Wands, and that's a flaw. And when you get Six of Wands as a flaw, it's somebody who's slightly narcissistic and arrogant. As a person, they've got a lot of follower, a lot of attention, a lot of recognition, so they're very much recognised. And that's because of the Ten of Cups and the Ace of Cups here. So there's a lot of kind of emotional fulfillment in relationships. There's a lot of happiness in new relationships that they have. They've had a lot of success, I think, just along the way in terms of relationships, and they recognise this. They're not afraid. They're not short of attention, I feel. I think this person's not short of attention at all, and they know it. What this person thinks of you. So how does this person think of you? I think of you as being quite frustrated with that Five of Wands, quite angry, quite annoyed. And I think that's because they might have presented to you. The Two of Wands can show somebody who's presenting something to you. They presented to you an ultimatum, possibly, because the Two of Wands can be an ultimatum. You can go down this route or that route. They might have presented an ultimatum to you in terms of this relationship, i.e. the ultimatum would have been possibly something like, do you just want sex, or you know, this can just be sort of a friends with benefits relationship, or it might be that they, you know, presented to you kind of some form of a proposal on, you know, they presented something to you guys here, but it wasn't what, because it's all wand energy, so it's very sexual energy, there's no love here. And I think that this person presented something to you, and that's why they feel that you're angry. They think that you might be, they think that you might be angry at what you proposed to them, what they proposed to you, sorry. They feel the Five of Wands for you, frustrated, annoyance. I'm seeing that you guys, I think, don't see eye to eye here. However, your feelings for them, your thoughts about them are the Three of Cups. Well, the Three of Cups, I think, is, your thoughts of them are friendship, I would probably say. Because I think that in a way, this relationship is not going to grow with this Empress. It's failed. And failure has led to the Six of Wands in the reverse, a lack of success within this relationship. So I think that you're thinking about them as a friend, and you're feeling a certain friendship for them here, because you understand that this isn't going to go the way that you want it to go. Which is why the strength in this relationship, Gemini, are reliability, consistency and loyalty. Because I think with this Five of Wands, there has been a need just to back down on this fight and say, you know what, let's not do this, let's not bother fighting this anymore. You know, you want one thing, I want another, we're just gonna, we'll agree to disagree, and we'll just kind of reconcile our differences, and we'll just be friends, and that's fine. The only problem is, it's not true, is it, for some of you guys? Because your weakness is maintaining that friendship with that Four of Wands, maintaining the stability, the agreement. Look at these two people together, they're agreeing. And that's because you harbour the Queen of Cups in the reverse. Some deep anger, probably, deep annoyance, deep hurt, that you are trying to block out or hide from the individual. So you're saying all of this stuff, yeah, it's fine here and it's fine here, but really this isn't happening here. And that's why the potential for a healthy relationship for some of you Geminis is nil point. Look, Six of Pentacles in the reverse. It's non-committal and it's one-sided. It's non-committal from this person's point of view, and it's one-sided from this person's point of view, because they are driven with this devil energy by their passions. Okay? They enjoy pleasure in terms of strength, possibly one night stands, lust, sex, that type of thing. But really here, we've got water energy here, and to a certain extent water energy on that Two of Swords, that says to me that you guys want something else, but this is something this person can't give to some of you guys here. The overall analysis is, this is a complete and utter illusion. You're looking for the relationship that's not there with this Page of Cups reversed. And that's because you're the Eight of Cups reversed, Gemini. The inability to really surrender and follow your intuition, because you're still holding out for something here with this individual. But the blockage to you guys getting something is the Sun. This is either that you're going to get burnt. Why is that? Because of the King of Swords. Now, I'd read that King of Swords as being you, because I don't think this person's lying. I don't think this person's lying. And I don't see that they're lying to. I think that they've been complete. They just look so upfront. They look like an arrogant bastard, really, but they look so upfront here with what they want. That, you know, and you know what they want, I feel. But I think it's bothering some of you guys that you can't have what you want. And the blockage to you having a relationship is ego. A healthy relationship is ego. Probably their ego, but also yours. But I think that this is more about clarity. You can't have a healthy relationship because you know exactly what it is that this person... You know this person's not hiding anything from you, Gemini. You know that. And that's why the Sun is the block. Because you see everything very clearly. And what is it that you see clearly? Clearly that your illusions are now starting to become very clear to you. And the illusion is that you could have had something with this individual, but this individual doesn't want what you want, I feel, for some of you guys. I think they are not ready to settle down into a relationship. They're not even ready here. They know how popular they are, Gemini. They know they can get this, that and the other. They're simply not ready to settle down. I think some of you guys are. But I think that you're not ready. You don't want to settle for second best, and I do agree that you shouldn't. I think some of you guys really want, and I think that you really like this individual because you're deeply hurt here. You're saying everything's fine here and here, but it's not, because you're this and you're this. Yeah, it's fine for friendship here. In your thoughts, yeah, we'll be friends, it's fine. But deep down, I don't know whether I can maintain this, because I'm feeling really bad, I'm feeling really upset about this situation here. This is what you guys, I think some of you are thinking here. And, you know, the overall analysis, well, maybe there's still a chance. But the overall analysis is that you're living in a dream world with the Page of Cups in the reverse. A really strong dream world because of you guys holding on to something here that's not. But you know, you're blocked to a healthy relationship is that truly you know what's going on here. You just don't want to admit it. Interesting reading, Gemini. I'd like to say thanks ever so much for joining me on your How Does He or She Feel About Me? And yeah, I'll speak to you guys on your... You've got a general Celtic cross coming up for those of you don't want to read love for everything. So everybody's got to be catered for. And also for those of you who are completely single, there's a single love reading attached to that Celtic cross general reading coming up as well. Those readings will be very short though. Okay, speak to you soon. Take care.